What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here getting my 10,000 steps in today. And I'm going to jump into this topic, and I'm going to be respectful as I possibly can be because it involves a very young man, 24, gone too soon, taking his own life. You know, we've seen the reports. Kyren Lacy, he ended up taking his own life, self-inflicted gunshot wound. I mean, this goes back some months where it starts, where he was speeding. I think they said it was over 70 miles. I'm trying to make sure I get the details right on this. But he was speeding. He ended up getting into an accident. Then he took off. You know, he was being charged with hit and run, among some other things. You know, he was a promising young man. He was an LSU wide receiver, and he was trying to go pro, obviously. His draft card ended up being pulled because he was facing this criminal prosecution, and stuff was rough for him, clearly. You know, there was a lot of pressure on him, a lot of stress. His future was uncertain. And unfortunately, he got into some sort of argument with a family member. Police was called over. Here go this dude, man. We got one of these dudes. We got one of the white dudes that you seen that meme where it's a white dude and he likes sisters and he like say no more, so he like trims them up, lines them up like a black dude would get. That's this dude, man. I've been out here kicking it with him for a little bit. That's definitely what he like. But let me keep it moving because his language is gonna make this video not suitable for all ages. But back to the story of what I was saying. You know, basically the young man cracked under the pressure. Got into an argument with a family member. Police get called out over a gun situation. By the time they get there, he's taken off. He's nowhere to be seen. He out driving. The police spot his vehicle. They try to stop him. He doesn't stop. He runs. He keeps going. It goes on for miles, the chase, if you want to call it that. At some point, he decides he's going to use the firearm on himself. He crashes. They pull him out, and they see it was indeed the outcome that nobody wanted. And that's pretty much it for this, man. The family of the young man, they are understandably upset about this. And I mean, I don't know. They're saying things that you would expect hurt people to say, but they're not really shedding any accountability on him. He made decisions that put himself in a situation. It doesn't make the situation any less tragic. I'm just simply highlighting that he did make decisions that put himself in this. And the family is basically blaming the justice system for trying to hold him accountable. They're claiming that the justice system was racist, the justice system was being overzealous, they were trying to get at him and put him away because of who and what he is. And I'm not going to say that doesn't play any factor, but they haven't really provided any evidence that that's the case, though. So while I'm not going to dismiss that from being possible, they haven't provided any sort of proof that that's what took place here, that he's just singled out because he was a young black male with a promising future. listen, he was in a world of trouble. Like that much is for sure. He was in a world of trouble. There's no guarantee though that he was going to do any prison time or anything. The NFL dreams probably would have been over though, simply because when you're a pro athlete and before the draft, just collegiate level, you've demonstrated just a lack of judgment. You've demonstrated the capacity to make really poor decisions. They tend to go the other direction. It doesn't mean that he can't work in football at all, but it is very possible that the dreams of being a wide receiver in the NFL were on hold permanently. This is just another one of them things, man. He's 24. I got a son that's 22. This young man could have easily been my son. That's why I don't think it's anything amusing about it, and why I'm being as respectful of this situation as I possibly can. Because that could have been any guy my age. That could have been our son. I think he was just a young man that went out being reckless. That's it. It happens. I don't think he really went out there with malicious intent. I think he's just a young man riding high on life. Like, he is in the best part of his life right now. He's young, seemingly on his way to the NFL. He got all types of dreams. He gonna do for his mama. He gonna get her a house. He gonna support his family financially. He gonna get them out of the hood. All that sort of stuff. He riding high. This is the best moment in his life, and he's about to transition into an even better part of his life. So for all that to come crashing down like that, I get it. Not everybody built to handle their dreams falling apart before their eyes like that. So don't take anything that I'm saying as me making excuses for his behavior. I'm not. You guys know I'm all about that accountability stuff. I'm not. He made poor choices and they had a terrible outcome. I'm just simply saying I don't think he saw that night when he went out driving like that. I don't think he saw his life ever going in this direction. I can only imagine how stressful these last few months have been for him. And the night before he's supposed to go to court and face the music for this, man, it just seemed like it was too much for him. It finally got to him. And the young man he went out knowing he was going to do what he was going to do. And there you have it, man. The family says they're going to pursue justice. I don't know what they're expecting to get out of this, because you have to hold them accountable. I mean, what would they have them do differently? They say that they were so, adamant about going after him, vigorous about going after him. I mean, the hit and run situation, that was dangerous. I think somebody might have passed away during that. So they have to pursue justice. What would they have them do differently to where they feel like would have been the right way to go about prosecuting him, to where I just don't think there's no way to go about this more gently to where he would have made other decisions. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.